Well, what do you know? I Somebody took a shit in the bathroom a couple hours ago and it's still lingering. So I covered my head to keep the UFOs and to prove that I had white hair with red streaks. I'm real popular and I had to make double sure that I had my beard. Yep, I got my beard. So you be in touch. Don't worry, I'll be right back. I gotta just send my link out. See that? That's my nose. Yep. And it's safe. It's very safe. Yep. Okay. Give us 2 minutes. The Ed and Calvin show is about to start. Yep. We're on live YouTube. They wanted me to post my link. It's coming up. Here we go. Once I post this, I gotta get rid of that. Hang on. It's coming off. I gotta turn off. I hear echoes. Yep, I'm sorry. Okay, we turned it off. I pasted. I want to paste. Print. No, come on. Come in there. Okay, what? We're gonna go back to where I was. Hang on. It's gonna take a second. Okay, we go to copy. You go to paste. We send it. Live control. Now, I'm it. Calling Major Tom. Speak into the microphone, please. Now, this belongs over your nose. Now, Major Tom.
Major Tom.
Yep. Do you feel any different?
I feel slightly more ridiculous.
Well, that's a good thing. Can I have my prop back? Now, see that? That is my nose. Did you know that? Now, we got to get to the news. So my friend is going to break out his cellular here in a second. I'm going to ask Google what the news is, but I have to first let Islam know that I got my beard, I got my white hair, my red display. I keep this trimmed more than most because it tickles them, you know? And I'm ready to masturbate all over your food. Come on, ISIS, extra protein. I got maggots, I got flies, I got cockroaches, I got all kinds of things I'm willing to let eat you. All I gotta do is kill you. Now, I know the world's after you. Don't worry about it. I got my white hair. I got my radical beard. I'll be just okay. Oh, shit! The cops are coming. Bring out the news. We gotta hide.
Hey, Google, what's the news before I can hide? Okay, Google, what's the news? Okay, Hurricane Michael strengthens to Category 3. It's on a collision course with the Panhandle of Florida.
Oh, at least it's not Hurricane 2. I mean, that'd be like the terrible twos hitting Florida. A 3-year-old's got more restraint, a bit bigger, more problems, more storm surge, but more likely to do at least twice the damage. So that's not necessarily a bad thing. Next.
Trump hopes to help a vulnerable Iowa Republican in the midterms by campaigning there.
Trump hopes to help a Republican. Okay, that's not really news. That should be like set on the back section and put on the back of the toilet at the end of the magazine after you've jacked off or you've taken your shit and fucked the local waitress and you finally just got to get to an article. That's where that should be at. Next.
Nearly all new U.S. weapon systems are vulnerable to cyber attacks. It says, this is from CNN. I'm just reading the first paragraph. Nearly all the weapons systems that were being developed by the U.S. military from 2012 to 2017 are vulnerable to cyber attack, according to a new report by the Government Accountability Office.
So please repeat that. I heard cyber attack, all vulnerable, but yeah. I want to know what is. Is it our infrastructure?
Nearly all the weapon systems that were being developed by the U.S. military.
Nearly all the weapon systems are open to cyber. The weapon systems that are already built or the constructed. Okay.
It says that we're being developed, so some of them probably have been built.
But being developed. Okay.
Talking about the government and the military, so maybe a lot of them aren't yet.
Yeah. Okay. On that note, Calvin, how do you feel about that? And goodness, that doesn't do. I'm gonna wear that. I want to see your eyes. Yeah. All I saw was a hat. I want to see your face. Yep.
You're just weird.
I am just weird.
What were you asking?
I was asking about looking into the military aspect.
Oh yeah. You mean my opinions about?
Yes, your opinions. Yep.
They say that politics is a civilized substitute for warfare, but politics, at least our government, most governments, are nothing without the threat of force or the actual use of force and violence. And that's all the military is good for, is the threat of force or the use of force when our government decides to threaten or use force. And every government is like that. And the police officers of your local town are like that. They're the force and violence arm of your local government, just like the military is the force and violence arm of the U.S. government. And so I try to stay out of their way, and I hope they would all rot in hell. But that's just my opinion.
Okay. Well, now, if we were to take a pile of dog shit, a pile of chicken shit, a pile of cow shit, and a pile of, I'm not going to say law enforcement, I don't want to go that level, but we're going to go politicians. What do you think would grow the best life out of it? Pile of dog shit, pile of chicken shit, pile of cow shit, and a pile of politicians.
I think just the amount of excrement and the vitality of the bacteria that is infesting the excrement content and everything. There's no doubt about it that for pure stinkiness, for pure grossness, for pure bacteria. It's like 99%, maybe more, just pure bacteria and evil garbage. There's no doubt whatsoever that the most effective it would be the pile of politicians.
Pile of politicians.
For growing plant matter and just
being vulgar, mixing with dirt just to get rid of them, process them out. Yeah. Does that mean mix them with radiation? How do we get rid of them? I mean, once we infect the plant life with the politicians, what the fuck's going to happen?
Well, the plants will probably organize and form a union, and they would divide themselves between the annuals and the perennials, and use the dissonance and the propaganda caused between the two plants to for some of the plants to gain greater power and basically become ruler of all the plants, and come up with contracts and treaties and whatnot between the plants and the humans.
Have you been talking to our Bill?
Well, not recently, just because nowadays I have to use a spirit box and a Ouija board. But yeah, I do talk to them every once in a while.
Okay, well, be careful using that Ouija board. I know about those things. I used one once. I stepped on it. I slipped. I broke my hip. Fell down the staircase. I broke my arm. My mom came to rescue me, slipped on the Ouija board, fell over, broke her back. My sister heard the screaming, came running in, hit the Ouija board, fell over, hit her head on the door, knocked herself out. It's okay, though. I was there, I think. Well, it could have been a dream. A dream? I'm a lizard. Next part of the news, and make it NASA or CDC. Yeah, go to CDC.
All right. You said CDC?
Yep.
Okay. Current news, the CDC. Let's find out here. It's loading, it's loading. It's loading. Multi-state outbreak of salmonella, Newport infections. No, salmonella Newport. That's from October 4th. The multi-state outbreak of salmonella. And October 4th, a listeria outbreak linked to Dillingham from Johnson County Farms. Third, salmonella outbreak linked to Gravel Ridge Farms shell eggs. Yeah, so we've got some salmonella and some listeria. Hey, let's hear it for salmonella and listeria.
How many people did it kill?
I don't know if it's killed anyone. Let me check.
And check. We got to find out, because there might be a death. One death out of all those people. But we got to recall all the eggs. But what we really need to do is improve society so people care about each other. And they pay, I'm not going to say a more wage for the wet eggs, but the workers get a better wage, and people are more happy, and they don't want to hurt the chickens. They'd rather help them lay better eggs, and then our kids will be more healthy, and they'll want to help take care of us in our older age. That's my comment. Listeria, what's up with how many deaths?
4 people infected with the outbreak strain of listeria have been reported from North Carolina to Virginia. All ill people were hospitalized, and 1 death has been reported from Virginia.
1 death. 1 human. How many chickens, cows, ducks, geese are going to die because of this? Or died and get to be thrown in the dump? We need, not regulation, we need people to care more. Yeah, to care more about their common man, to take care of the food, take care of their environment. That's what we need. Not this listeria or whatever and one person dying. Well, I want to know, what else does the CDC have to say about the Ebola outbreak? I'm going to get really drunk. I'm not happy. One person died. One person.
Well, we can find more death in the other news stories.
Well, keep looking.
Okay, I'll do a search. I'm on the CDC website, cdc.gov.
Okay,
I'm
what?
doing a search for
CDC Ebola outbreak Congo. Find out if it's out of there yet. I want to know when it reaches the UK, the American borders, South America, Asia, Australia. Hell, bats everywhere. I have nothing else to say. Squeak, 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 squeak. We just had somebody. They weren't there long, but we had somebody.
looks like it's well, it says the two recent outbreaks were an Ebola outbreak in the Congo, which was announced in May of this year,
Yep.
and another Ebola outbreak in the Congo, which was announced May of last year. It looks like every May there's an Ebola outbreak in the Congo.
Okay, well, check out the one in May in Congo. Find out if it's still ongoing.
Okay.
So you might not find that through the CDC. You might have to go to mainstream media. And as long as it's like not more than 2 weeks old, we might talk about it.
No. It said on July 25th, the World Health Organization declared an end to the outbreak.
End of the outbreak.
But
okay.
there were 33 deaths.
33.
Yeah.
33. A magic number. Yeah. Okay, now, are there any outbreaks currently? Go to the CDC travel advisory. Where are we warned not to go?
Right.
What?
Okay. Travel.
Now what? Okay, sorry. Travel advisory.
Travel health notices on the CDC website.
What's in red?
Indonesia, because of earthquake and tsunami. There's a health infrastructure breakdown in Venezuela. So avoid all non-essential travel to Indonesia and Venezuela.
No, everybody, get your plane tickets, get your cruises, get your little craft, go to Venezuela and Indonesia and find out where they're worst hit. Bring food supplies, bring water. You're going to need that, some clothing, and then make double sure that you're ready to ride out the disease. Because I'm coming. Yep. I need you to make out with the dead bodies. Are there any go to Madagascar. Are there any dances of the dead do? Because maybe I can get some people. Hey, people, you want to kiss a lady from about 500 years ago? Because people in Madagascar are about to dig her up and dance with her. Yep, you can give her a kiss on the lips, and who knows? Maybe you'll bring home such bad virus, whatever. It kills 2/3 of mankind. We'll be better off. Now shut up and do your job. Kiss the undead. Okay. Oh, is there any notifications on Madagascar?
It's not. The page I'm on doesn't have it listed by country.
Okay, well, it doesn't have listed by country. Okay.
But I can tell you that the alert level 2, which is practice enhanced precautions, get a polio vaccine before you go to Papua New Guinea.
Okay.
And then St. Martin, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, U.S. Virgin Islands, Curacao, Tonga, Trinidad and Tobago, Samoa, Cuba, Dominica, Belize, St. Lucia, Bonaire, Argentina, Anguilla, St. Martin, the Dutch side of St. Martin there, St. Eustatius, Saba, Antigua and Barbuda, Turks and Caicos, British Virgin Islands, Singapore, St. Kitts and Nevis, Grenada.
Good enough.
Montserrat,
Everything
Barbados,
around there. Okay, everything.
That's all the Zika virus.
All the Zika virus.
Yeah.
Oh. So if you're a woman, avoid all those places, especially if you're pregnant. If you're a guy, avoid it because you're going to carry it in your sperm. So here's my recommendation. Take that mosquito, shove it right up your ass, and tell it how you feel. Like it's a piece of fucking shit to you. Okay, we got to go on to better news. Look for something enlightening. I don't care what it is. Look for some enlightening news. Christian news, Hispanic news, Muslim news, white news. As long as it's something in general positive.
All right.
Little doggies, kitties. Enlightening news, because that pet was so neat, and I gave it a great time. It had a wonderful day, had its dinner, and then I ate it for dinner. It's okay. It was good. It was delicious. It was called Dog.
Let's see. We're getting there. I'm on Ref Desk right now.
Ref Desk, okay.
Yeah, refdesk.com. And looking for good news, happy news.
Something to enlighten the day.
Yeah. There's a couple of things on here.
Little girl thrown off bridge. Why? She was a little girl. Why not? Little boy thrown off bridge. Why? Because he was an asshole. He liked the little girl. People that threw little boy and girl off bridge got thrown off bridge. Why? Because they were murderers. Now, because the bridge was only 3 feet high, had a bunch of water below, they got really wet, and they basically waded to shore. But it's okay. All of them were thrown off the bridge, and we'll talk about this another day. That's the enlightening news at this time. What do we have as far as news?
What do we have so far as news? Oh, there's a sinkhole that just swallowed 4 people in China.
Oh, there's a sinkhole that swallowed 4 people in China. Earth is getting hungry, eating us all the time. What about those empty cities in China?
far as I know, they haven't been swallowed by any sinkholes.
Haven't been swallowed, but as far as he knows. Okay. What have you got for news? Anything?
Oh yeah.
Label something.
Okay. Pop up, pop up, pop up. Okay. Good news. Good news.
The cat left.
Good. That was. I
Never.
just went to a link for good news, and it was a podcast, so there's no way I'm gonna.
Nope, we're not doing that.
No.
No good news today. The good news is, unfortunately, there is nothing that we can't copyright, and we're not doing that because we don't do copyright issues. This is all original. Yes, so, yes, we rattle off on the news, but we make our commentary. We don't really say where it came from, but to a degree, besides me just going to websites, labeling off the headlines, and if that's a problem, let them bring it up with us.
The Russian minister considers joining OPEC unnecessary and unreasonable. So it doesn't look like Russia is going to join OPEC.
Russia is not going to join OPEC. Russia does not want the great oil influx. Russia is on its own, or how many countries, not countries, how big is Russia now? I believe it incorporates a portion of North America, their continent, and a few other places.
Okay, Google, how big is Russia?
Russia has an area of 6.602 million square miles. The population of Russia was 144.3 million in 2016.
You lie. Population USA, affiliation of United States government under the President Putin, has like 356 million. What? We are a subclass of Russia. Get it right.
Well, by that thinking, we're all a subclass of the Catholic Church.
105,000 square miles.
Bullshit. Okay, we're all a subclass of the Catholic Church. You know something? I believe that butt fucker. Yep. Look at how many Catholic priests. They don't worry about little girls. No. They come with babies. The men are going to complain. But once you get a man in bed, oh man, you kiss and you're part of the church and you're butt fuck and you do more kids and you try and get your father to change and yeah, all kinds of things like that. Not just like your father priest, but you try to get your dad, your brother, you want to butt fuck everybody. The Catholics, butt fucking Catholics are going to take over the world. Shut up, world. And I thought that was unsacrificial. We should sacrifice most of the church is synagogues, mosques, whatever religious situation. Most everybody going there, and to a big degree, should be sacrificed. If you don't agree, then don't agree. I really don't give a fuck. Next.
Nikki Haley resigns. She was, I think, the UN ambassador.
She was the UN ambassador. Nikki Haley resigns. Yeah. Old news. She did her job. Got a lot of prospects. Going to be doing well for herself. Probably going to be running for vice president. Just not yet. 2020. Let people know. Oh,
Oh God.
What?
The Pope Francis, according to this headline, the devil is responsible for the Catholic pedophile epidemic.
Oh, Pope Francis, the devil.
He says that the devil is responsible for the Catholic pedophile stuff.
It's the devil. That's the devil. Okay.
Oh,
Thanks. You took that with a grain of salt. Good. It was the devil that possessed me. Yeah, it's the devil. Yeah. Bullshit. It's a guy that couldn't keep his dick in his pants. He was persecuted by the Christian religion. He didn't really want sex with women, so he went into the clergy and butt fucked a lot of little boys. That's what it is. Next.
Apparently, Google reportedly hid data exposure of 500,000 users from the public. So after 500,000 people using Google were affected by a bug, they hid that fact from everybody. Said didn't even know anything happened unless it happened to you.
There was once a time I went to my local library and I checked out a book. And I went to the bathroom and I sat down. What I didn't know was a lot of local bums used to go in there to do their thing, take books and this and that. So everything was being recorded. And I sat down on the toilet and I took my shit and I got up and went on my way, which is my book, everything else. I got online and one of my friends was mocking me. It's like, Ed's got 64 asshole hairs. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he said, well, go to the FBI files. You'll see that you're under at the library getting undressed because you changed clothes. And I was dirty. I was living on the streets. I took a shit in the toilet. And I was naked at the time, but I was in the stall. And I was with my book and this and that. Well, they had my asshole hairs labeled 1, 2, 3. There were 64 of them. They had them all categorized, numbered, all kinds of things. One of the comments below that was, what do you think about this? You tell me. Are my asshole hairs that important? What was the subject?
Exactly. You don't need information from 500,000 people.
Oh, I thought they were after my asshole hairs. Yeah. I knew that was.
That's information I'm glad they hid.
Okay.
I'm happy they hid that information from me. Damn, I'm so fucking happy. Oh.
Okay. Next, Google's hiding information. He's happy about it. I don't know why. Okay, next.
Kate Brown, the Oregon governor, misuse of public funds, conflicts of interest, graft and corruption, and former campaign manager of hers says Katie Brown was shady as fuck. That's a quote.
Okay, repeat that, please.
Right. Oregon governor, misuse of public funds, conflict of interest, graft and corruption, And her former campaign manager says that she was shady as fuck.
What party?
Not sure that it matters, but I can't see from here. Let me look. Now I need to click on that.
Big money at it again. Whether baby Republican, Democrat, Socialist.
Okay, Google. What political party does the governor of Oregon belong to?
According to OPB, Republican primary, state rep, Newt Bueller, R. Bent, emerged victorious from a surprisingly tough Oregon Republican gubernatorial primary Tuesday and will now face
Oh, so she's a Democrat.
She's a Democrat.
Yeah.
So she got accused of a bunch of stuff.
Let's see here.
Hey, I know. I have a solution. We make it a lottery system as to who runs the government. And we put qualified people in there. And in the lottery, farmers, ranchers, politicians, not even politicians, but just people. And then you don't even vote, and you find the best qualifications of the party, and you express that. You put those names in a hat that spins around a circle, and something withdraws, and that's who's there.
Is that for president?
Hey, yeah, for president too. I'm hoping for some hillbilly rancher.
Oh, yeah.
He'd probably take care of the environment and all kinds of things a lot better. Probably de-invest in war and be like, hey, woman, shut up and go to the kitchen. We'd know where we stood. No.
In Toronto, Canada, nice people up there. They allowed migrants into their country. And it says in Toronto, there migrants housed in a hotel were slaughtering goats in the public bathrooms. Other guests complained of threats, sexual harassment, and piles of garbage.
Sounds like the third world has come at our doorstep. I'm not saying anything about the sexual harassment because I do believe that's true. They came from somewhere else and they need to be kicked in the fucking balls, have a few teeth knocked out, and told to shape up. As far as slaughtering goats in the bathroom, help them just find a slaughterhouse. Okay? And as far as, what was that last part?
Piles of garbage.
Oh, piles of garbage? Put it in their bed. Not their kids, but put it in their bed. Just take their garbage and put it in their bed. If they don't want their garbage, they can take it out to the dumpster and clean the bed and pay for it by getting a job. Next.
Trying to find her name. Hold on. I found this interesting, so I will bring it up to you. Celeste Yarnall died, born in 1944, died this year. She just died. She was notable as the actress that played Chekhov's love interest on one of the episodes of the original Star Trek. And not only that, but the song Little Less Conversation, A Little More Action by Elvis?
Yep.
In the movie that he sang that song, he was singing it to her character. And she has passed away from ovarian cancer. She was on a number of shows and whatnot, but I personally I found that to be kind of amusing. The love interest of both Chekhov and Elvis Presley.
She have any love left for me? She waits for me, and she's got a line because I have a few others. But she waits for me. I'll be dying within a few years. You think that's possible?
We'd have to pull out that Ouija board that you slipped on and ask her.
The Ouija board. He wants the Ouija board. You know what happened last time we did the Ouija board? No, everybody ended up in the hospital, and the Ouija board was just fine. We had numerous contusions, concussions, broken bones, all kinds of stuff. We're not doing the Ouija board. Can you contact Coast to Coast?
I'll send an email to George Norrie when we're done.
No, send it now. Tell him we want to interview him live. I mean that.
Okay.
Right now. His show's going to come on. We might stay up and do a live interview tonight with George Norrie. How to vomit in public. You can get away with it. Because once you vomit, and they're like, what's going on? You just take your earphones off and put it on public display, and everybody's going to be vomiting from my vulgar.
Okay, Google. What is some good news, some happy news, some Christian news?
Police came back from a search.
I'll have to bookmark this. TheGoodNewsNetwork.org.
Okay. We're about to go off for now.
All right. Oh, then let's end with a happy thing.
Yeah, but happy thing.
In a world first, there's a gene therapy trial that restores vision in patients with the genetic form of blindness. So it's a gene therapy that's in trial right now, and during the trial, it restored the vision in patients that had a genetic form of blindness. Elon Musk keeps his promise and donates over $480,000 to outfit all of the schools in Flint, Michigan with clean water systems.
That's good news.
Yeah.
He can afford more, but it's not really his responsibility. But thank you, Ian. But he also has made it rich by making problems like that.
Well, you did a good job of finding the negative in a good news story. Great. Okay. How about three decades after the nuclear disaster, a historic new solar farm is launched in Chernobyl, where they're making energy from the sun.
Well, the radiation will come to you. The radiation will now come through the wires, through the solar, through the batteries. It's coming to your doorstep, one way or shape or form or another. Whether it be 3 Mile Island, Fukushima, we are going to die of radiation. Now, the EPA has said that they're going to raise limits of exposure to radiation because it's good for you. Don't worry. There's no salmon. There's no halibut. There's virtually no Pacific left, but the radiation's good. Mutations are good. We got to survive somehow. Look at all the radiation out there. Eat up, people. Do it now. Okay.
This message inspired by Monsanto. Monsanto for all of you. seeds, plants, and agricultural needs.
Yes, Monsanto. They believe in manipulation. They want to put chips in all of us. Oh, you got radiation. Well, they're going to remove it, whatever. But we know when you're sick. We know when you're healthy. We know when you're fucking. We know who, what, where, and how you're fucking. We know what it feels like because we have this computer chip and we watch you every night. Because it's more fun to watch you fuck your wife than mine. She hates my fucking guts. Why? Because I've been watching you and your wife for weeks. Next.
That was all the good news. No more good news.
Oh, there is no more good news. And I want to fuck your wife again. What the fuck? Ended.